our blonde gets completely silly, guys. You won't believe your ears. I'm telling you. Please urgently open your printed materials. Fyodor Dostoevsky, Маленький герой. If you don't have those, please open the link below this video. We are going to have a blast here. You won't believe yourself. You will get it 100% or close to that. And please take a sip from your coffee. Mine is almost empty. So, Fyodor Dostoevsky, Маленький герой. We are going to find the place where we stopped the last time. Then I'm going to remind you, in a little bit funny way, what happened so far. And after that, we're going to continue. I'm going to read it in Russian. Then you will comprehend it the first time. Then we are going to clarify everything. And I'm going to read it the second time, and you will see very, very, very big difference. So prepare to surprise yourself big time. So you've opened it, correct? Now just go to the place that I'm going to show you. Just scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, and smile. So look, guys, you have to find the sentence that starts with the words «в припадке совершенного отчаяния». «В припадке совершенного отчаяния», because we're going to start from here today. Now, I'm just reminding you what happened. Imagine, we are in a very big house, very rich Russian house near Moscow. There is a big party going on, very rich and glamorous. The narrator of the story is one of the guests of the party, who is an 11-year-old boy. And this kid feels kind of strange feelings towards a silly blonde lady who behaves in a crazy way. For example, there was a home theater performance, and this boy approached her, and suddenly she grabbed his fingers and started breaking them very, very painfully. And right now, in this scene we are reading right now, she is just breaking his fingers. Could you imagine? So our last, but he's embarrassed. He is embarrassed. He's not modern. He's from the time of Dostoevsky. So he's saying, that's from the sentence that we have read the last time. I'm just reminding you. Find the sentence starting with кроме. Кроме того, мне страх, как хотелось кричать, потому что она ломала мои пальцы с каким-то ожесточением. Именно за то, что я не кричу. А я, как спартанец, решился выдерживать боль, боясь наделать криком суматоху, после которой уж не знаю, что бы сталось со мною. I'm just going to translate, but just imagine, in addition to that, I really wanted to scream. You remember this expression from the last time? Мне страх как. Мне страх как. Страх doesn't mean fear here. It means really. I really wanted to scream. Потому что она ломала мои пальцы с каким-то ожесточением. Because she broke my fingers, says this 11-year-old kid, with some kind of meanness, ожесточение, or cruelty even, some kind of cruelty. Именно за то, что я не кричу. Exactly because I'm not screaming. А я, как спартанец, решился выдерживать боль. But I, as a Spartan, decided or was determined to bear the pain. Боясь наделать криком суматоху. Fearing to create a commotion by my screaming. A commotion, после которой уж не знаю, что бы стало со мной. After which, I don't know what would happen to me. So that's where we stopped the last time. Now listen to our current part, which starts with в припадке and ends with, I'm going to show you, with неожиданным носом. So we will just get till the end of this paragraph. Yeah? First of all, just listen to me. Try to understand whatever you can, but mainly listen to the music of the language. So, guys, we are starting with в припадке. Listen. В припадке совершенного отчаяния начал я, наконец, борьбу и принялся из всех сил тянуть к себе свою собственную руку. Но тиранка моя была гораздо меня сильнее. Наконец я не выдержал, вскрикнул, только того и ждала. Мигом она бросила меня и отвернулась, как ни в чем не бывало. Как будто и не она напроказила, а кто-то другой. Ну, точь-в-точь какой-нибудь школьник, который чуть отвернулся учитель, уже успел напроказить где-нибудь по соседству, щипнуть какого-нибудь крошечного слабосильного мальчика, дать ему щелчка, пинка, подтолкнуть ему локоть и мигом опять повернуться, поправиться, уткнувшись в книгу, начать долбить свой урок и таким образом оставить разгневанного господина учителя, бросившегося подобно ястребу на шум с предлинным и неожиданным носом. So, you probably didn't get much out of it in terms of comprehension, but now you will. We're going to go sentence by sentence, and please underline and write down the expressions, the words, because it's not an easy material. So he's saying, в припадке совершенного отчаяния начал я, наконец, борьбу и принялся из всех сил тянуть к себе свою собственную руку. Let's do it up to here. В припадке. So, припадок means bout. B-O-U-T, bout. So, в припадке, in a bout, совершенного comes from совершенный, complete, and отчаяние comes from отчаяние, which is desperation. Therefore, в припадке совершенного отчаяния would be in a bout of complete desperation. Начал я, наконец, борьбу. So, борьбу comes from борьба, which is struggle. So, in a bout of complete desperation, I started finally, наконец, the struggle. И принялся из всех сил. Принялся means started. It's the same as начал. Принялся. Из всех сил, with all my power, with all my strength. Из всех сил. Please underline it. Actually, in the common Russian, the expression would be изо всех сил. Like you would add o here, изо всех сил. But here he decided to write it like that. Из всех сил. You wouldn't say it in modern Russian. So, and started with all my strength тянуть к себе свою собственную руку. So, тянуть means pull. К себе, towards me. Yeah, you probably know that. Свою собственную, my own. And руку, obviously, arm. So, therefore, this part of the sentence goes like that. В припадке совершенного отчаяния начал я, наконец, борьбу и принялся из всех сил тянуть к себе свою собственную руку. In a bout of complete desperation, I finally started I finally. In English, I started finally борьбу, the struggle. И принялся из всех сил, and started with all my strength тянуть к себе, pulling to myself, towards myself, свою собственную руку, my own arm. Но тиранка моя была гораздо меня сильнее. Тиранка is a female of tyrant, but my female tyrant. Гораздо means much. Therefore, and it comes here with гораздо сильнее. Much stronger. So, гораздо меня сильнее would be much stronger than me. So, when he's saying, но тиранка моя была гораздо меня сильнее, he means, but my female tyrant was much stronger than me. So, let's read again this first sentence for today. and then I'm going to translate it. В припадке совершенного отчаяния начал я, наконец, борьбу и принялся из всех сил тянуть к себе свою собственную руку. Но тиранка моя была гораздо меня сильнее. In a bout of complete desperation, I started finally the struggle and started out of all my strength, pulling towards myself my own arm. But my female tyrant was much stronger than me. We continue. Наконец, я не выдержал, вскрикнул, только того и ждала. So again, наконец, right? Наконец. Я не выдержал. Не выдержал means I didn't bear it. Because выдержать. You see, here, a few sentences back, we had the word выдерживать. So it comes from the same root, correct? You remember выдерживать, to bear. Выдержал, that's the past tense. So наконец я не выдержал. Finally, I didn't bear. Like in English, we would say, I couldn't bear it anymore. Yeah? Наконец я не выдержал. Вскрикнул. Вскрикнул means gave a... It means to scream shortly. So I screamed shortly. Maybe you have more proper words in English, but I will just translate screamed shortly. And then we have a dash here, and one of the meanings of dash is cause and effect. So he's saying, finally I couldn't bear it, I screamed shortly, только того и ждала. So the effect of that was только того и ждала. It means he refers to this blonde, even though he's not mentioning her here. Только того means exactly that. Sorry, it's того только. It's того только, sorry, it's my mistake. Того только и ждала. So it means that exactly that waited. So E just strengthens here the emotion. So you can skip the E here. Только того и ждала. It means that she waited exactly for that. Того только и ждала. So again, I made a mistake. I said только того. You can also say it like that, but it would sound more natural, by the way, in the modern language. But Dostoevsky is saying того только, so that only and waited. But it would mean she waited exactly for that. So again, наконец я не выдержал, вскрикнул, того только и ждала. So finally I couldn't bear, screamed shortly, exactly that, waited, like meaning she waited. Мигом она бросила меня и отвернулась, как ни в чем не бывало. Как будто и не она напроказила, а кто-то другой. Ну, точь-в-точь какой-нибудь школьник, который чуть отвернулся учитель, уже успел напроказничать где-нибудь по соседству. So let's take up to here first of all. Now look, here we have a mistake, because here it should be как ни в чем не бывало, with O. But I'm going to check now. I'm going to stop the recording and I'm going to check maybe Dostoevsky made it on purpose. Just a second. Yeah, you know, it's interesting, I opened another source and it's the same as here. So I don't know whether that's a mistake, or a mistake in printing, or in the original it was like that. Because the expression is как ни в чем не бывало, with O. And it means as if nothing happened. So I don't know, maybe it's an obsolete form or it's a mistake, I don't know. But anyway, you can correct it with O, just knowing that in Russian, in the modern Russian, that would be как ни в чем не бывало. So, but let's clarify word by word. Мигом means immediately. Мигом, immediately. Она бросила меня. So бросила, the original meaning would be, the main meaning would be through or through away. But in this case it means left. So мигом она бросила меня. So immediately she left me. Yeah. So you remember he started to scream, and she immediately left him. И отвернулась. Отвернулась means turned around. Like turned away, turned around. Как ни в чем не бывало, with O, means as if nothing happened. Как будто и не она напроказила. So напроказила, it's an obsolete word, meaning did something mischievous. Напроказила. So in modern language, I would say it would sound like напроказничала, which is the same root but different form. Напроказила, I haven't heard people speaking like that. So как будто и не она напроказила, as if, как будто, as if it wasn't she who did something mischievous. А кто другой? А кто другой, it's also an obsolete form of а кто-то другой. So it means but someone else. So а кто другой, please underline it. And please write above that, but someone else. Ну точь-в-точь какой-нибудь школьник. So now he is comparing her to школьник. Do you remember школьник? He's a schoolboy. Ну точь-в-точь, exactly like. Please underline and write above that, exactly like. Какой-нибудь means some. Therefore, ну точь-в-точь какой-нибудь школьник would mean, ну basically means, it just strengthens here the emotion. So you can skip it in the translation. Ну точь-в-точь какой-нибудь школьник. So exactly as some schoolboy. Который чуть отвернулся учитель. So который means who or that. Yeah, so exactly as some schoolboy, that чуть means immediately after. Please underline and write. That's important, guys. Otherwise, you will lose the train of thought. So чуть means exactly after. Right after. Отвернулся means turned around. So this little kid is comparing this blonde. Точь-в-точь какой-нибудь школьник. Exactly as some schoolboy. Который чуть отвернулся учитель. That right after the teacher, учитель, the teacher turned around or turned away. Уже успел напроказить. Already. Успел means succeeded. And напроказить, it's the same word to do something mischievous. Already succeeded to do something, or succeeded in doing something mischievous. Где-нибудь по соседству. So по соседству means in the neighborhood, meaning to the, где-нибудь somewhere. По соседству, somewhere in the neighborhood. In the neighborhood meaning doing something mischievous towards other kids in his vicinity. So basically по соседству, please underline it, and write above in his vicinity. There is no his here, but that's the meaning, in his vicinity. So let's just follow me now, and let's clarify up to here. Мигом она бросила меня и отвернулась, как ни в чем не бывало. Как будто и не она напроказила, а кто-то другой. Но точь-в-точь какой-нибудь школьник, который чуть отвернулся учитель, уже успел напроказить где-нибудь по соседству. Immediately, she left me and turned around, as if nothing happened, as if it wasn't she who did something mischievous, but someone else, exactly as some schoolboy who, right after the teacher looked away, or turned around, looked away, уже успел напроказить, already succeeded in doing something mischievous, где-нибудь по соседству, somewhere in his vicinity. So, отвернулся, Yeah, now I see now that отвернулся, looked away. That would be the more correct translation. So you can correct it in case you wrote something else. So he succeeded in doing something mischievous somewhere in his vicinity. Щипнуть какого-нибудь крошечного слабосильного мальчика. So he's giving an example of this школьник, this schoolboy, doing something mischievous. Do you remember щипнуть? Щипнуть means pinch. So pinch some крошечного. Крошечный means tiny. Слабосильного means weak. Yeah? So please, слабосильного, weak. So to pinch some tiny, weak boy. Дать ему щелчка. So to give him, I don't know how we call it in English, but it's like that. Just look at the screen. Just a second. It's like that. Boom! In the forehead. Boom, like that. So that would be щелчок. Boom! Boom, like that. Boom! So if you have the English word for that, please write it down. But дать ему щелчка. So to basically to knock him, like we will translate to knock him in his forehead. Пинка, пинок means kick. Подтолкнуть ему локоть. Локоть means elbow. Локоть, yeah, right? Elbow. Подтолкнуть ему локоть. Подтолкнуть means to push. To push his... yeah, but here, push, I wouldn't say push. Подтолкнуть. It means to... Yeah, you could say. Подтолкнуть ему локоть. To push... like in English, in Russian, he says to push him an elbow. But in English, we would say to push his elbow. И мигом опять повернуться. So мигом means right away, and опять means again. So мигом опять повернуться would be and right away again turn around. Okay, so when he is saying, look, щипнуть какого-нибудь крошечного слабосильного мальчика, дать ему щелчка, пинка, подтолкнуть ему локоть. That would mean to pinch some tiny, weak мальчик, weak boy, дать ему щелчка, give him a knock in his forehead, пинка, a kick, подтолкнуть ему локоть, push his elbow, и мигом опять повернуться, and right away, again turn around. Поправиться, уткнувшись в книгу. Поправиться means like settle yourself or organize yourself. That's поправиться. And уткнувшись в книгу, that's an expression. It means looking in the book. So поправиться, уткнувшись в книгу, meaning organize yourself, like settle yourself, looking in the book. Начать долбить свой урок. Долбить basically means to hammer, boom, boom, boom. But долбить свой урок, it's a kind of a slang expression, a little bit obsolete, and it means to do your schoolwork, to be busy with your schoolwork. So please underline, долбить свой урок, be busy with your lesson. So start being busy with your lesson. And by the way, guys, if you don't get the train of thought of this sentence, don't worry. We're going to combine everything together once we are done with the vocabulary. But now just focus on the vocabulary, and I'm going to translate everything very thoroughly. So we said начать долбить свой урок, to start doing his lesson, or being busy with his lesson. Таким образом means so, or in this way. Оставить, to leave. Now this sentence, the structure of this sentence is to leave the teacher in a certain state. You will see it now. So, оставить разгневанного господина учителя. To leave, разгневанного comes from разгневанный, which is very angry. So please underline разгневанного. Please write above that, very angry. Господина comes from господин, Mr. So to leave the very angry Mr. Teacher, бросившегося подобно ястребу на шум. Now, бросившегося comes from бросившийся, which is rushing, to rush somewhere. Броситься means to rush somewhere. Подобно ястребу. Подобно means like or as, or similar to. That's подобно. So, ястреб means hawk. H-A-W-K, hawk. The bird of prey. So, when he depicts the teacher, бросившегося подобно ястребу на шум, it means that the teacher rushing as a hawk to the noise, because шум means noise. And now we get back to the word оставить, to leave, because it's an expression. Оставить учителя, to leave the teacher, с предлинным и неожиданным носом. Предлинный means very long. Неожиданный means unexpected. Nos means nose. Now you may ask, what's the connection? I'll tell you what's the connection. Because in Russian, оставить с носом would be to play a trick on someone. It's an expression, like literally to leave with the nose. Оставить с носом, to play a trick. Now, оставить с предлинным и неожиданным носом means to leave with the long and unexpected nose. In this case, it means to play a very big and naughty trick on someone. Yeah? Because it's like leaving him with a very long and unexpected nose. It's like to play a big trick on someone. So basically, in this sentence, he compares that naughty blonde lady with школьник, with a schoolboy, who is doing different mischievous things. And when the teacher wants to catch him, he is looking in his book as if he is a very good boy. Now see how it works here. Just get back to the word мигом. So you remember, the kid cried, like screamed, and then he's saying, мигом она бросила меня и отвернулась, как ни в чем не бывало. So, momentarily, she left me and looked away as if nothing happened. Как будто и не она напроказила, а кто другой. As if it wasn't she who behaved in a mischievous way, but someone else. Ну, точь-в-точь какой-нибудь школьник. Exactly as some schoolboy. Который чуть отвернулся учитель, that the moment the teacher looked away, уже успел напроказить где-нибудь по соседству. Already managed to play pranks somewhere in the vicinity. Щипнуть какого-нибудь крошечного слабосильного мальчика. To pinch some tiny, weak boy. Дать ему щелчка. Give him a knock. Пинка, a kick. Подтолкнуть ему локоть. To push his elbow. И мигом опять повернуться. And right away, again turn around. Поправиться. To settle. Уткнувшись в книгу. Looking in the book. Начать долбить свой урок. To start learning his lesson. И таким образом, and so, оставить разгневанного господина учителя, to leave a very angry Mr. Teacher, бросившегося подобно ястребу на шум, rushing as a hawk to the noise, с предлинным и неожиданным носом. So to leave him with very long and unexpected nose, meaning to leave him like cheated or to play tricks on him. Now look guys, this sentence is complicated. So please bear with me because I'm going to read all of it again and I'm going to translate it again. All of it, so that you really get it. And if you still don't get it, you please write it down below. So again, and then I'm going just to read it without translation. Мигом она бросила меня и отвернулась, как ни в чем не бывало. Как будто и не она напроказила, а кто-то другой. Но точь-в-точь какой-нибудь школьник, который чуть отвернулся учитель, уже успел напроказить где-нибудь по соседству, щипнуть какого-нибудь крошечного слабосильного мальчика, дать ему щелчка, пинка, подтолкнуть ему локоть и мигом опять повернуться, поправиться, уткнувшись в книгу, начать долбить свой урок и таким образом оставить разгневанного господина учителя, бросившегося подобно ястребу на шум, с предлинным и неожиданным носом. Immediately she left me and turned around as if nothing happened, as if it wasn't she who played pranks, but someone else, exactly as some schoolboy who, once the teacher looked away, already managed to play pranks somewhere in the vicinity. Pinch some tiny, weak boy, give him a knock, a kick, push his elbow, and right away again turn around, settle, or kind of organize himself, looking in the book, and start learning his lesson, or start working on his lesson. And so, leaving the very angry Mr. Teacher, who rushed as a hawk to the noise with a very long and unexpected noise, meaning playing a prank on the teacher. Now guys, I'm going to read this whole part that we learned today, all of it. Please compare your understanding with what you heard at the beginning. You're going to be surprised big time. So this poor boy is saying, в припадке совершенного отчаяния начал я, наконец, борьбу и принялся из всех сил тянуть к себе свою собственную руку. Но тиранка моя была гораздо меня сильнее. Наконец я не выдержал, вскрикнул. Того только и ждала. Мигом она бросила меня и отвернулась, как ни в чем не бывало, как будто и не она напроказила, а кто другой. Ну, точь-в-точь какой-нибудь школьник, который чуть отвернулся учитель, уже успел напроказить где-нибудь по соседству, щипнуть какого-нибудь крошечного слабосильного мальчика, дать ему щелчка, пинка, подтолкнуть ему локоть и мигом опять повернуться, поправиться, уткнувшись в книгу, начать долбить свой урок и таким образом оставить разгневанного господина учителя, бросившегося подобного ястребу на шум, с предлинным и неожиданным носом. Okay, guys, that's the end of the lesson for today. You are welcome to write your comments, to write your questions, to write your suggestions for improvement, and any other thing below this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, because we have lots of great plans. It's going to be very interesting here in the future. And if you need some lessons one-on-one in Russian, I have about 20 years of experience teaching languages. So you will get very, very good techniques and strategies. And I can do the first meeting for free without obligation on your part. So we will measure your Russian level and you will get some very, very useful tips that are going to help you improve regardless of the fact whether you're going to continue with me or not. It's fine. So guys, I wish you good health, happiness, and blessings to you. Ciao, ciao.